All right, we're at a very earthy place here in the city of Claremont at the Whole Earth Building, and I'm here with Nancy and Maria. Nancy, tell us a little bit about this building and the project you guys work with.
Okay, we're part of an organization, a charity called Uncommon Good, and we have education and health and urban farming programs and environmental programs for the community, and in particular for low-income families. And a few years ago, we needed a new office. The space we were at was no longer available. And one of the children in our education program said, "Oh, you know, I heard in a class about this architect who builds just using the earth under your feet. And could you build a building like that?" And when she said that, we thought, oh my goodness, you know, out of the mouth of babes, what an incredible idea. If we could do that, we could show people how to walk the walk instead of just talk the talk about taking care of the environment, you know. And so that's how our journey began. And we ended up partnering with the Claremont United Methodist Church, which owns this property and wanted to do something green with their property. And so they said that we could build on this site, which, as it turns out, is the site where the first people settled in this region between 12 and 15,000 years ago. And so we partnered with our local Native American tribe, who are the descendants of those first people, to honor them and their many, many years of taking care of the earth. And so we wanted to show their history in the site. And they partnered with us to pick out plants for the landscape, native plants, which are of importance to them for food and medicine and spiritual ceremonies and all of the different aspects of their lives. And then we all got together, rolled up our sleeves, and Maria is one of our parent leaders in our program, and she and her kids and family and hundreds of other people from the community, starting from, I think our youngest volunteer was 6 years old, little Danny, and all the way to people in their 80s, and we started building this building together by hand.
So how long did this process take to actually build?
Wow.
It was a year and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a year and a half.
So there was a problem with this site. There had been so much building at the top of this rise that when it rained, the rainwater would rush off of this little hill and flood the church up to 6 inches. So
the church right below us here, down
yes,
there.
The Methodist Church. So we went to the next door neighbor, which is the Claremont School of Theology, and we said, could we have a corner of your property to solve the flooding problem? And they said yes. So let me show you what we did.
Okay.
Follow me.
All right, I'm following. Okay, that was quite a grade you took me at, but all right, we're up here.
Okay, so what we did is we dug out a settling pond here to collect the rainwater when it comes down, and then we took the earth out of this hole, and that's what made the building here. And we dug it all out, we sifted all the rocks out, and by hand we hauled, bucket brigade style, 25 tons of rocks and earth up onto the roof, where we're now planting a green roof so that the landscape will roll up and over the top of the roof. And now when it rains, the water can collect and into this settling pool and return to the groundwater and be clean. Why don't you come inside and I'll show you how we actually constructed the building.
All right, so we just walked inside of the facility, and what do you want to point out?
Well, one feature that's just about to disappear is that we actually have a solar clock and calendar that was designed for us by an archaeoastronomer at Pomona College named Brian Penpraise. And the way it works is this. You see this skylight up here, and there's a beam of light that comes from the skylight, and in the morning it starts on this wall over here and then travels across the room, across the floor, and at the end of the day ends up, as you see it, on this wall here, so we can keep track of time as it moves across the room. Now, the beam of light also moves north and south throughout the year, so that on the longest day of the year, the summer solstice, at midday, the beam of light lights up this tile on the floor, which is a solar symbol used by the local Native American tribe. And then on the spring and fall equinox, at midday, the beam of light strikes and lights up this solar tile. And then on the shortest day of the year, the winter solstice.
So it's no secret what time of year we're at, by the way.
Exactly. It lights up the sun stick here, this particular tile. So it's kind of fun to see the movement of the seasons, you know, throughout the year by tracking this beam of light. And you can actually see it move with your naked eye. And if you look inside, you see sandbags. And what we did was we just filled the sandbags with earth from the site, stacked them up on top of each other to make the walls, and then put a little earth plaster over the walls to smooth it out. Then, for the ceilings, we built a scaffolding, and we climbed up on the scaffolding, and people down below made mud balls out of the dirt with their hands, threw them up to us on the scaffolding, and handful by handful of mud, we made these ceilings. And this also serves as a heat vent to draw hot air on a warm day up and out through the heat chimney. It's a series of tunnels that go, or pipes that go 10 feet underground. We flip on a little solar fan, and it sucks the air down underground, cools it off, and blows it up through vents in the floor. And so we have completely free, completely natural air conditioning. And this is where you want to be when the big one hits, because this has been tested up to an 8.0 earthquake, nothing moves. This is the safest possible structure for an earthquake.
Wow. So Elizabeth, I understood that you were one of the individuals that actually helped create and build the building. What was that experience like, spending your days out here packing mud on the side of the building?
Actually, it was very excited. This remembers me when I was a little girl, the country that I grew up with.
Did you have family that joined you out here? Was it just you? And
Yeah, my kids will come and help us sometimes, yeah.
What's the reaction that you see from children's face when they come through and experience the building?
They would say, wow. They will open their mouths and their eyes really wide and say, wow, how did you guys build this? Yeah. When I come in, that smell of the earth, you know, and it smells so good, and you feel like deep breath and relax. And I mean, it smells really good when you come in the office. Sure. You know, you can feel the earthy smell.
So Maria, when you walk through the building here, is there like one spot where you say, you know what, I did that?
Yes. Yeah, it's the beginning they enter for the building. I working in the roof. It's a makeup balls, it's got up, it's this building. I have all the stress, the old women in the in the Uncoming Good program, because I come in the weekends. Is I put the balls in the person is in the roof. It's very relaxed. It's very comfortable for making this building. Yes, I love it. I'm working in the front. I'm working in the walls, in the backyard. Well, for this building, I have a little experience for me. I'm excited for this experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So if people want to come out and tour this, what should they do?
They should go to our website and sign up for us to organize a tour for them. So all the information is on our website. Please don't just drop by, because we are working here, you know, during the week and even on the weekends. So they have to make advance arrangements. But if they do that, we'd love to have them come, and we'd love to give them a tour.
So it is open to the public to come out here?
Yes.
Okay. And you can go to inlandempireexplorer.com to find out more information. How many buildings are like this in the Inland Empire?
This building is the first of its kind in the world. It's the first commercial public building made using earth and earth bags, and people are coming from all over the world to see it. We've had visitors from every continent who come and learn how to build these buildings and go back to their communities and create safe, comfortable, beautiful buildings using just the earth under their feet.
Wow. So one building like this in the world, in the Inland Empire, the Whole Earth Building, right here in the city of Claremont.